Hello, everyone, and welcome back to DICEBERG Ahead. You're listening to the Emergence podcast, Extraplanar!
Whoa!
Part 3. With me today we have... I'm Hunter Olson also. With me today we have...
He's not dead yet. Jaden is playing Yorrik, he, him, both.
Evan. Batt playing Ales Atheras. They, them, both.
Chenoa Reid, she, they, playing
AYCE-Reframed.
Sauce, they, them, playing Khepri, a she.
Wee!
Wee! Hunter's pronouns are hee-hoo, hee-hoo, hee-hoo.
When last we left our heroes, Yorrik's tower had been sent on a crazy curved trajectory past their intended target, which was originally the bipartite Athenium, a system of 2 planets that have formed the Planescape's largest known library and is also the homeworld of the Warforged. However, due to their sabotaged trajectory, they have wound up trapped in a stalemate orbit around a black hole. Using Yorrik's tower to maneuver around with Ace as the pilot, they have been able to explore one of the ships that they've found in this sort of ring of scrap orbiting the black hole as well. We come to you guys now hopping off of the Hummingbird ship. Y'all got like the loot, y'all got the scroll of telepathy, and that visor that I gave Evan the stats for. But you make it back to Yorrik's tower safely.
Yay!
Yay!
All right.
What do you do and say in D&D?
You have a guy to ask questions. We brought his body back.
Yes.
Old Dagger Eye.
Ithrain.
Yeah.
Ithrain.
I'm starting to run out of the juice I'm going to need to cast the spell that's going to ask him questions. Do we want his answers now, or do we want to see if there's any corpses that we want to ask questions of in the future first?
Do you want to collect the corpses of the inner rings and pick and choose and see which one is most useful?
Kind of.
Do you, know what you're going to ask?
No, but I know that we should nail that down. I know that my priority right now is to discover why we were brought here. I think that something is trying to stop us. I know what our mission was. I know that it still is my plan. I'm wondering if we've been targeted for that reason, or if this is merely a random act of violence.
I mean, it was an agent of Khepri and put us into a big dump. I think Khepri trying to kill us. I don't think that's very complicated.
I keep forgetting that we explicitly got told that it was the guy who was killed.
With a golden mask.
On top of that, our gods aren't able to help us here.
Oh shit, dude.
So
Yeah, when was the last time you talked to Jalgal 10, dude? I had tea with her last week, but
well, we've developed a more professional relationship. It's more of I'm not really sort of sure that priest is my thing.
That's my thing.
Yeah, no, exactly. Why don't we? Hey, there's a corpse here. Let's ask it some questions.
I think we can just let it chill out for now, and we can ask questions when we have questions.
I know that there's one thing that I could do with it if we activated it, which would be to read its mind.
That'd be neat.
The corpse?
Yes. It kind of seems like gazing into the black hole for extended periods of time might be what caused Ithrain to go insane, so I'm kind of worried to observe whatever that is, and
Insane
as Alice
in the
said, we don't...
Ithrain.
Sorry. Insane Ithrain.
Insane in the Ithrain. Never mind, it was worth it.
I'm going to attempt my own measurements and see if I can come to a different conclusion.
Don't lose your mind.
yeah, are you capable of losing your mind?
Affirmative.
Well, don't.
They have a soul.
I
That's all it takes
will
to
do
go
my
crazy.
best. Warforged do have a soul, yes.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we have established this.
Oh, saw, dude, you're all like a person.
I mean,
Thank you.
Evan is Warforged racist.
That's true.
Alice isn't.
Evan looked me in my eyes yesterday and went, "Yeah, you probably don't have a soul or anything. You were born in the Astral Sea."
I didn't say most of those words. I just said you don't have a soul.
Who said that I wasn't born? That I was born in the Astral Sea. You don't have a soul. I'm pretty sure that was the
that
full
was
thing.
Evan. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think that was the whole thing.
Oh yeah, because we're talking about they're corporeal. I'm not, and you're an object.
And you're an object. Ace, you go to take your measurements. Do you go to the observatory or do you like step outside?
I will go to the observatory. I will create a tool that is best fit for measuring in this black hole to see if it is conducting any sort of planar travel.
Okay. You create this tool. Maybe it's an additional lens that you can slot into the big telescope up on the roof. And looking through it, I'm going to have you make an Arcana check.
Wonderful.
You have made the tool for the job. You've got your proficiency and everything, so it would be the equivalent of an Arcana anyway.
23.
I think you do not see this thing as a tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
You see it as an enclosing force, like a cage.
I see.
You think it might still be material, or astral, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
It's these forces surrounding this thing that has caused its creation and growth over time.
Does Ace find any specific nodes of power?
I think Yorrik comes upstairs and sees one of his lenses is on the ground and off of his telescope, and a new one is up in place. And Ace is looking through. You peek through as well. You don't see any big crystals or any devices that seem to be active that are sort of feeding into this thing from the outside. It's almost like an anti-magic field or akin to that, where it's an increase of gravity, a suppression of energy, all in an area, but what sustains it, you're not sure.
I'd like to try and reach out to one of our gods.
Okay.
Just to see if we can connect with them again, and or see if it'll tempt anything else to speak with me.
Okay.
To see the dark ones. What does this shit mean? You know?
Yeah. Okay, so you're opening your mind to any psychopomp activity. I'll say religion, insight, or persuasion.
Oh,
Is
insight's a +8, so I'm gonna do that one.
Can Alice help?
Yes, by making a nice zen space and helping flow chakras and shit.
You passing bud.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck you trying to help with your religion nonsense.
Okay. 16.
A 16. Okay. You open your mind. Alice does his best to light some incense, create a nice zen space, some pleasant white noise in the background. There's an Arcanite white noise machine. And you open your mind and you try reaching out for Ra, Eludis. You feel no connection take place. You reach out for Jal-Giltane, Anubis. You feel no connection get made. You reach out for any psychopomp, any large enough divine entity around, and you get something. You feel it in the direction of the black hole. I think I'm going to have both you and Ace make a wisdom saving throw.
Arnar.
Does my +1 on saves from mental stuff work on this?
Yes, it does.
That's 11.
6.
11 and 6. Gotcha.
Imagine not being proficient in every saving throw.
I also love this. You
Well,
got
I am proficient. I've got a +8. I just rolled a 2.
Dang.
Yeah, I rolled a 4.
As Ace is gazing into the depths of this black hole and Khepri is mentally probing the inside to find some kind of connection, you both feel almost a fight, flight, or freeze response, and your body and brain pick freeze. like recognizing a predator through its camouflage. An effect comes over you, both of you.
Father?
Both of you in your respective rooms, Ace upstairs in the observatory with Yorrik, and Khepri in a lower floor,
Like
the bunk
gazing
room or
out a
something.
window.
Yeah, meditating with Ales. Have to use your action to make a melee attack against the nearest creature other than yourself.
Aw, saw dude. Khepri, why are you looking at me like that?
You see,
I-
my
upstairs.
feathers ruffle.
I want to mention, because I hadn't said it before, since Yorrik isn't asking the guy questions, he's currently taking a short rest to regain some spell slots.
Yeah.
You're just on the mat on the floor.
Just-
Not
yeah.
even in your bed.
He's like, he took like a look in the telescope and he was like, oh, yep, nope, that's evil. Took a nap.
I turn to Yorrik and I look towards you in like a very eerie, silent Warforged featureless mask. And I extend my arm out towards you and it shoots off like a projectile.
Oh, yes, hello. Ah!
15 to hit.
Do you get advantage?
I mean, if you're surprised, I guess I could roll with
Actually,
advantage.
It doesn't matter. Shield will not save me. I have 10 AC right now.
Okay.
Wizards.
Yorrik gets long distance punched.
There's a,
It doesn't hurt much though. It's just 3 points of damage, and then my arm returns back to me.
3.
Do I realize what I've done after this, or am I still?
You are still under this effect.
How close are you to me?
We're like...
At least 1 or 2 levels apart, right? Observatory versus bunk
Well,
room.
no, we're
Oh,
in the
you
same
two.
room.
You're in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're like maybe as far as like 5 feet max.
I think so.
It's
Okay.
it's intimate enough.
Yeah, I think Khepri would just take a swipe at you.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll go Ace, Khepri, and then we're gonna roll for a proper initiative. That's a crit.
Is that a natural 20? Nice.
Okay.
Well, remember when I said it was the last one?
Crit
I
those
was
claws.
So yeah, I'm using talons. So that's a 27.
to hit.
wrong. No, if it's a crit, it just hits.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So you
What?
do a d4 plus your strength, so you double the dice, so you roll 2d4. Or
We
for
do
Hunter.
Perkins
Do-
crit. So you take the
Max
max, so you
roll.
assume you have a
so
4.
4 plus dex, which is 7.
And then you roll the die again and add that.
So just 8.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. 8. Cool.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
Oh, what the fuck, dude? Are you good? Are you okay?
You
Hey.
like see the black hole in my eyes.
Take a toke off this reefer, dog.
Just blank stare.
Remake your wisdom saving throw.
just like trying to put it in their mouth.
In my
You
beak.
could just like
You're now
Just
inebriated. You have
on them.
disadvantage on wisdom saving.
Really fast.
Oh god.
I think Yorrik is gonna be in a heap more of danger.
I think that I might actually be able to solve this pretty quickly.
I hope so.
So Ace has attacked Yorrik with this rocket arm. Khepri has taken a swipe at Ales, and now we're going to roll for a proper initiative order.
I got 11. Another natural 20 sauce. You rolled a natural 20 before we came on cam, so that's 3 in a row.
I really hope that you start casting spells, because then we're just gonna die.
That's 3 natural 20s in a row.
Okay, Khepri with a 24.
Ooh. I got a 21.
Yorrik. Ales.
8.
Okay, so it's Ace and then Ales. So up first in this new initiative order is Khepri.
Capri's gonna pull out her khopesh.
You see Khepri pull out this curved short sword that seems to be leaving a trail of sand as it swishes through the air.
What?
It's not orange sand. I
Oh.
will make that distinction.
I was so
The
confused.
sword trailing sand is something established
it's just
before
normal
Kerubiel was
sand.
created.
Yeah.
This is normal sand.
It's just normal sand.
No,
regular.
this is Moon Knight.
Khepri stops to go, this is normal sand, before I hit you with it.
Oh no! Like I feel you, dog. Like
Just for
that.
clarification.
That's like
I would never do that to you. This
Normal,
is
like-
not Kerubiel stuff. I'm just gonna...
like tan.
And
sort
did
of
they just
sand.
blast you with
I can't
sand?
wait to
It's
use some of this
not
shit.
like tang.
Oh, that's still high.
That's a 25 to hit.
Oh yeah.
Let's go.
Grab some more dice.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Can I?
No.
I didn't even say anything.
I said no to myself right when Chenoa did.
I'm going to use a charge.
Okay.
Chenoa's my id.
I'm your what?
Id. You kill my ego.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
I need you to make a whiz save.
Done. I can't fucking read these dice. 19.
Yeah, you succeed. Does that mean that it just doesn't work?
Correct.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
12 points of damage. And as I slash at you, I try to throw some of the sand that's falling out of my sword into your eyes, but I miss.
Oh, Khepri, like, we've been friends for an undeterminable amount of time.
Space years.
For many cycles.
You just hear her grunt.
Oh, no, you're my bird pal. I go last, so we're going to cut away from me.
2 floors up. Yorrik. You've just been punched from across a room. You can't believe it. You're so embarrassed.
I can't believe you've done this.
It's middle school PE all over again. As a bonus action, I'm going to throw a command into the tower. Little, like, brass horns come out of all the filigree around the walls. And Yorrik is going to say, Hans, restrain Ace!
I imagine Hans is silent for like a stitches where his mouth should be or something.
100%. Yeah, he's not sentient, he's not a person. Yorrik does not want people personifying him anything more than they would like a shelf.
Hell yeah. Okay. Yeah, he rushes down.
It's not going to stop.
Tries to use his stubby arms to wrap around Ace.
He's going to Hans is a mage and Jaden is finding the rules. It's a stat block that people don't put in the wikis.
Man, I wish I had counterspell.
He's going to... Yeah, you should, because he's going to cast a spell on you.
It wasn't on my list.
Go
I have
cast
dispel
this.
magic, but not counterspell.
Oh, yeah. Same. Actually, no, I have counterspell now, because I'm cool.
Well, at least we all know that 3 of us have dispel magic.
Just in case.
I can cast mending.
Useful. It is.
That could fix Hans probably.
He's going to cast Suggestion on you. I need you to make a Wisdom saving throw. The DC is not high.
I'm not good at those. Oh, I rolled a natural 19.
Yeah, okay. So you're totally fine. He's gonna like run up and like his
Just
eyes
waves
begin to
over.
like glow and like swirl, and he waves in front of you, but you have no eyes, so he can't actually. You're just like, oh, right, mechanical error. And then he's gonna point his fist towards you, and as he does, the sleeve rolls up, and the tattoo on his left arm is like a bunch of different flowers vining their way up it, and each of the buds which are closed bloom. And I'm going to cast Calm Emotions on you, so I need you to make a Charisma saving throw.
That's worse. That's 15.
That's not gonna beat it.
Calm emotions. You feel this effect wash off of you. You feel yourself gain control of your emotions once more. You see Yorrik in front of you as your arm is flying back to you and reattaching.
I love Emergence.
Yeah, you realize you've made perhaps a small error in judgment in attacking your fellow crew here.
I apologize.
You're under some kind of mind-affecting spell. I think it's what Ithrane's doing. I can only keep this up in this area.
I don't understand what came over me. I was just observing the black hole, and then I felt it
Don't
dark.
think about it
Primal
again right
fear.
now. We can get into your memories later. Yorik's gonna, also because he doesn't know what's going on, he's gonna use the messaging, and he's gonna be like, team, could I have you meet me in the observatory?
Team meeting, everyone. Team meeting.
Am I still
Downstairs.
attached to the thing? Can I feel if they're fighting? Like in.
No, I don't think so. I think it's more of an if the inside was being like damaged, like fireballs going off or
Okay.
something. Yes, absolutely. But
Can you
Like,
detect
there's-
where people are?
yes, I think you would know they're 2 floors below you. It's Khepri and Ales in the same room.
There are 2 floors below.
All right. Well, you
I'll
can.
stand close to you.
If you have movement, you were asleep, so half your movement to stand up, and then you start moving towards the stairs, basically.
Yeah.
If you wish. You can also move to the helm. Ace, it is your turn, so if you wanted to rush down the stairs, you would be able to get to the door of the next floor.
I will follow Yorrik.
Yeah. We'll rush down there.
Okay.
I do apologize. I did not mean to throw my arm at you like that.
It's entirely. I have to be honest. It is entirely expectable. I think that we really could have had more stringent contingencies and effects after we saw what happened to the last people who studied that thing.
Is this what people mean when they say catch these hands?
Exactly. Yes.
Ace, you seem to have winded Yorrik with your punch because you're able to go like twice the distance they can down the stairs. You're able to get to the door that leads to the room that Ales and Khepri are in, and throwing it open, you can see Khepri bearing down on Ales. You have an action if you wish to attempt something here.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw my arm at Khepri.
Oh no, I got it, dude.
Threat detected.
Don't hit her, the fuck.
It doesn't hurt.
She's out of her
hardly at all.
mind, dude.
It doesn't hurt.
You missed anyways.
Yeah, no, that's an 11. It just past and then returns.
It goes straight out a window and then flies back around to you on the balcony.
Like reconnects like at my elbow, I imagine.
Nice.
That's your action. If you have a bonus action, you can. Otherwise, it's Ales next.
No.
Okay. Ales, you're up.
Okay, so I assume this is a charmed effect?
You having seen Charmed and Dominate effects like that before, somewhere around Confusion, Charm, yeah.
Okay, so rules as written, can't do shit about that. However,
Gotcha.
here's my argument. So Physician's Touch, I can, when I use Hands of Healing, end a condition. It's fucking not this. Blind, deafened, paralyzed, poisoned, stunned. I have stillness of mind, which allows me to end an effect causing the charmed or frightened condition on myself. We are currently together in a meditative circle where we were kind of vibing, you know.
Yeah.
Can I try to expend like a couple of key points, a larger number of key points to sort of like pressure points?
What does it cost normally?
So
for those two abilities.
So the 1 key point each.
Okay. I will have you make a wisdom check as you're doing so, and then the result of this might affect how many other... Medicine as well. And the result of this might affect how many extra key points you'll have to pump into it.
Awesome. Oh, not great. 15.
15, okay. So if it would normally be, 2 for those 2 abilities combined, or powers combined, I think I'm going to up it to 5 total.
Okay. Just million pressure points.
Master Oogway.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say touch you, but I didn't like that phrasing.
Come here while I touch you real quick. You're going to feel better.
Yeah, just jab the shit out of you.
Hell
and
yeah.
pump a fuck ton of key into you.
You feel, through these pressure points, a warmth fill the once vacant cold that filled your mind. And you, this effect seems to wash off of you. You look at Ales, you see talon scrapes across his chest, his rippling muscles.
Are you all right, dude?
You see your sword is drawn, and you almost never do that unless some fucked up shit's going down.
I don't feel good.
Yeah, I lost you there. Here, sit down.
Yeah, I drop my sword and just kind of
I give her a massage.
Like I was trying not to hyperventilate.
Were you also staring into the black hole?
I was trying to reach out to Eludis, but at this also, I wanted to see what was there.
Feels like something.
There's something there. It's not
instead
good.
of a lack of.
It's like an infinite density, so there's no like lack of anything. There's actually way more stuff there than like anywhere else, you know.
It feels like a cage.
Oh, crazy.
So it's my sensors detected.
How far away is the black hole?
You are still, you have succeeded your piloting check last time to move, so you're still 3 units of measurement away from the black hole, from the point of no return.
Private Sanctum has a range of 120 feet.
More than that.
I assumed.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out if I were to get that close, it would be too close.
You would you have reason to believe you would be sustaining damage long
Yes.
before that happens. Whether or not you could survive it, that's up to what y'all do.
York, do you have any clever ideas of how to extend a spell and maybe have it go off like a bomb?
I've been working on it. I'm afraid that it's just beyond where I am right now. It's one of the things I was hoping to.
I do have a spell storing ring, but it can only store up to level 2 spells.
Do you mind if I take a look at it?
It's one of my own, and then I hand it over to you.
Yorik's hasn't been doing it for a while, but he has a history of lying about how magic works to magic. Can I find a way to stick more juice into this spell storing ring?
Yes.
Overclock it.
I think if you want to be working on that, or if both of you want to be working on that,
Yeah.
then you can make a roll for it. Ales and Khepri, are you doing anything in the meantime?
I mean,
I'm gonna use a hit die, probably.
Okay.
Did we find out about another
Oh,
piece of debris?
I could use
There-
my channel
yes.
divinity.
There's plenty of debris around. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just a matter of getting to it. Channel divinity?
You've got one of those a day, or is it one a week?
It's
per
2
die
per
roll.
long rest.
Oh, shit.
Jesus. I definitely.
Oh, channel divinity, not
that's
divine
yeah,
intervention.
Not divine
every
intervention.
single
Divine-
time.
yeah,
every
divine-
single time.
That's
Divine
like once a
interventions, once a day, once a week when it goes off.
Right. Okay.
Um,
I mean, I feel like, at the very least, we should definitely see if that functions.
you're healed.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
yeah, because it's
Oh,
it's
thank-
HP equal to 5 times cleric level.
Oh, yeah,
Which-
yeah. I'm good.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, goddamn. Alice, what are you up to? You're getting healed.
While Alice is getting healed, and they're chilled out enough, they don't need to be more chill, so they're gonna just start like reading through some of the material that they pulled off of the ship and just like seeing if they had documented other places beside the one that they told us about, and gonna check scanners to see if those things still exist, because these people died fuck off a long time ago.
Yeah, if you wanted to make I have a list of what kind of checks you can do. They're called discovery checks. Perception, investigation, survival, or arcana. And you can do it at advantage with this research you're comparing it to try to locate the next bit of juicy debris.
Toit.
And see if you can pre-know what it is based on these notes.
Hey audience, if you notice that my stats are a little bit different than last couple episodes, no you don't.
Oof! Oh, I thought you rolled the white one. You
I
did.
rolled
You rolled
both.
both.
That's a natural 1 and a natural 20.
Hell yeah.
So 29.
You locate at least 2 other bits of debris that might be worth your time. You see a sloop-sized hull with 2 enormous wing-like sails extending from the sides, curved and elegant. The silhouette reminds you of a moth.
A sloop?
Yes, a sloop-sized.
Sloop is in the ship.
Yes. Yes, like a boat. Like a single-sail boat.
It's your like your little. It's like the size. Is the size big enough?
It's the 2-person boat in CZ.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Mm.
So upper deck, lower deck, 1 sail, basically. But instead of an upright sail, it has 2 wing-like ones on the side.
Tight.
Silhouette reminds you of a moth. The ship itself is in a stable orbit, safe from damage from the speeding scrap, and yet is lifeless like the rest.
What range is it in?
If you succeed your piloting check, you won't have to get any closer
Okay.
to the hole to get it. Here's another ship term: a ship like a galleon. This one
I know.
This one a proper actual galleon, like a boat, but in space. All masts and sails are all splintered and shredded into a tangled nest. The hull is shattered near the bow, making a gaping hole that exposes the lower decks. You can make out crates and barrels, some spilled out of and drifting around the ship, and others intact, held back by nets and rigging. But you spot those 2. The galleon, you will have to get closer to the black hole to explore. Or you can try to park the ship and then get to it yourselves and get
Parkour.
back. Yeah, that's up to y'all to figure out if that's possible. Arcane checks for
Yes.
juicing up the spell storing ring. I think with Yorik's tinkering and with an artificer around here, y'all might have enough scrap to create some kind of spell ring-like device that could up the level of this thing.
I got a 28.
28, nice.
14.
14, okay. With the 28 and the some extra juice from you hook it up to the car battery of the other ship. I think you're able to get the spell storage capacity of this thing up to level 6.
I put Private Sanctum,
I'm going.
which does take 10 minutes to cast, so it takes me a hot minute.
I will say
I would need to get close enough, or this would need to get close enough in order to activate it.
I have some ideas about that.
I will say it's been long enough of you guys doing passive stuff or fighting amongst yourselves that I need someone to make a piloting check
Yeah.
to keep the ship stable.
I can't.
Aw.
27.
Goddamn, yeah.
Gonna leave you in charge of piloting.
Ship is still good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so you've juiced up the spell ring. Getting it to go off remotely is another dealie, but you might find more resources amongst the scrap, which Alice would inform you.
If we
they
can
found
send
more
the
of.
ship as the conduit for this.
we can just chuck Hans at it if we need to.
Yeah. Can he activate it?
He can activate magic items. He can cast my spells, scrolls.
That would be perfect then.
Oh, like the funniest thing, when Amori summoned me last time, they have a new friend called Hans too. Isn't that funny?
Oh, that's very funny.
Yeah.
I'll have to. Maybe I'll put a number 1 on Hans's forehead.
That'd be pretty funny.
Oh God! You give the ring to Hans to use now or later?
If we, yeah, I can make another Hans. He'll be number 2.
Or we can just deactivate the chair and then it'll get there.
Oh, yeah. I think that's excellent.
Hans gives a salute and then holds up his stubby
Technically-
arms to take the ring.
Technically, we don't even need to depose the whole ship. I can just catapult him towards it.
I think that's fine.
If there's the one thing he needs, it's more velocity.
Do you want uppies, Hans?
He's hopping up and down.
I am going to. We'll just friggin' toss him out. It'll go to one of the doors and point it like we're port side,
Yes.
and we're just gonna aim Hans like it's a cannon.
I cast Catapult on Hans. I'm assuming Hans is less than 5 pounds, so...
I'm also gonna stick a scroll of Featherfall on Hans.
Mm-hmm.
His orders are, once he starts getting close enough, he's going to activate Featherfall to slow it down so that he's got more reaction time, and then once he gets to 120, he's gonna activate the ring. If he thinks that he's not going to be able to survive that long, he's gonna try and activate it from a farther range.
Okay, gotcha. How much health does Hans have?
Not a lot.
So you like a pillow out a car window on a highway. Watch Hans just go flying towards the event horizon.
I go look through the scope that I made, the lens scope.
Doing your best to focus on Hans and not the
Yes.
black hole behind. So he goes zipping towards, and he becomes a smaller and smaller speck. You're watching him with the scope. You watch as he's brown. He's made of leather and stuff. You watch as his brown body starts to go more maroon, like a dark red tint. You watch as he starts to fade from view, almost as if he freezes in a freeze frame. Before his little legs were kicking, but you can't see it anymore. And then eventually you're like, okay, there's so much of not him that I can see. It might be dangerous for me to continue looking through the scope. So you step aside. Does Hans have any capability of communicating with you? Is it like a familiar where he gives vibes?
He's got telepathy of 30 feet.
Okay, so no. He's gone. He passes the event horizon. Maybe you feel a sensation that you normally feel when you cast spells through him. You feel magic go off. You don't see anything through the telescope except maybe for a brief moment, almost like a bubble popping on the surface of the black hole itself. There's like a burst of light, small as a pinprick, as you're looking outwards, and it's gone. Hans does not respond.
There's 2,000 gold in rare crystals and life-size doll parts. I still have 1,500 of that I get to reuse.
Does the black hole change at all in that? Like, can my scope pick up any change in the sensor of planar travel, since that is the condition that I want
make
to give
a
it?
perception check with advantage with your new scope.
Okay, well, I rolled a 19 and 18, so that's a 29. Wait, perception is a +2, so that's a 21. Can I add my my tool proficiency to it?
Yes,
Okay,
because
so-
you're using your arcane implement.
Yeah, so that would be 26.
Okay. You see almost like I don't want to say negative, that's because that's the wrong term. If the black hole were a sun, you could see solar flares almost reach outward off of its surface in the way that suns do. You see a branch of shadow, like a plume of smoke, like something emerging from the hole itself. Impossibly against the pole, you see a black speck enter the scrap ring, and it seems like it's slowly but surely making its way towards the tower.
I see what now?
You see a black speck emerge from the black hole itself, and is starting to. It has entered the scrap field against the pole of the black hole and is making its way towards the tower. You can't make out what it is right now, but
Something
it seems to be
has
searching, surveying, gliding
come
through the
out
field.
of the black hole. I don't think it's a black hole. Arms of Hadar?
Oh,
This seems
like,
Eldritch.
right.
Are we about to be a hentai?
Alice knows what that is.
Saw, dude.
It's got a subscription.
But to battle stations?
Like what?
That's a good spot to leave this episode.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody, for listening to this episode of Emergence Extraplanar. We'll catch y'all next time as they face this beast that has crawled from the darkness. Poor Hans.
The next episode's a hentai, so you might, if it like 18 plus.